So I've been trying all day to figure out how to do this, and I'm going to lift this up. It's like a tree. It's a radical approach to living the good life by Mitchell Tolle. It is available, I'm pretty sure, on Amazon, if not Pathway Press. Yeah, with Pathway Press. Mitchell Tolle is also a famous artist. He's also my pastor. Anyway, that we're just kind of, because I just am trying to put together thoughts. Um, I just didn't have it in me to do videos today, guys. We will get caught up. I promise. We always do. On the important stuff. Um, I don't know the. I don't know how to put this other than somewhat bluntly. Somebody that I admire, one of my biggest heroes in my life, passed away last night after battling cancer for 17 months. And this person was her mother and my mother-in-law were dear friends. And that kind of evolved down to, but kind of not, because I wasn't always married. I wasn't married to my husband when she and I became friends. And she was very instrumental in helping me get through EMT first responder training. I was very shy. I don't know what I thought I was going to do whenever I got into that training, but I was very shy, very backward, and even though I had maintained an excellent grade point average in school, number one, didn't know that I had ADHD. Um, I was severely lacking in confidence and, take charge and things of that nature that just um, was not me. I was always kind of quiet. Um, Even though I played music in church, I generally just kind of followed along what somebody else was doing. I'd never really led. So when I went to EMS training, the first test that we had, I failed miserably. And I was going to quit. And um, the instructor talked me into staying. And he introduced me to this fabulous woman. And when I first met her, I was so intimidated by her. And I hadn't connected all of the dots. That didn't connect until later, because obviously I wasn't dating my husband then. But apparently she sensed how nervous and shy and all that neato stuff that I was. And she smiled whenever the instructor said, "You're going to be working with her." And from that point forward, um, she was kind of, I don't know how to. One of the first things that I can remember her saying during training was she had a stopwatch, and we asked why she had a stopwatch, and she said, "Because I'm going to show you exactly how long a minute is." And it was when we were doing our CPR training. And I will tell you that at many points in time, that flashed back in my mind. The first, one of the first, the first CPR run that I had, that flashed in my mind, because I was the first responder on the scene to a patient that required CPR. So having that and hearing that in my mind, and to this day, it's like, I think about that. We talked not long ago at length, um, and it's just the world is when after she retired from um, rescue and fire and EMS, she was always at the high school on election day. So, that was something that I looked forward to, because out of any other time that we wouldn't see each other, you see all your neighbors and stuff when you go vote. Um, but to say that I'm going to miss this woman is an understatement. Um, she had reached out to me not too long ago and had told me that the doctors had said that her doctor had told her that she wasn't going to make it. And I refused to believe that. Um, that sounds awful. That's called denial. And I'm good at that when it comes to losing people that I love. Um, I do not know any further arrangements. I don't know anything else. And if you're keeping score of how many people have passed away that have been in my life, you're doing better than I am, because I've lost count. Um, I know that she is out of pain and she's not suffering, and my understanding, she was bedbound for quite some period of time. I don't know to what extent that she was bedbound, but I know she has months and months on end. She was in different facilities, weeks to months. Um, it's kind of all a blur, because it's been kind of crazy, and yeah. So today I've just not had it in me to put makeup on. Um, as far as the other, our devotionals and stuff like that, like I said, we will get caught up on that. Today I just kind of need a little bit of time. Um, I'm okay. Um, I know she's okay. I know she's out of pain. And I know she's not suffering anymore. So, while I'm going to miss her like crazy, and miss her sense of humor, her wit, she always had a way of making you think and making things better. And I am thankful that I was blessed to know her and to know her even better. Um, we met, I was probably, I think I was about 18, 19 years old. Um, well, actually, yeah, it wasn't long after I took my training that I met my husband, about a year, maybe year and a half. Um, and then, once we got to know I got to know his family. I got to know her family really well, because they were really close. And my my request is that you pray for her children, and grandchildren, and they've not had their father for many, many years. He was a Vietnam veteran. Um, and now they don't have their mother, and I can't fathom that. Um, so please keep them in your prayers. I will be back soon. We love you oh so very much. I'm the mayor's daughter. I love you all.